How we doing, folks? How are we all doing here? Right, how do I bring the chat up? Let's have a look here. All chat. Right, who have we got online at the moment? Anyone there just now? Show me that there's one person. I'm not getting any chat up though. 3 people. How do I get the chat up? Hey, there we are. How are we all doing, folks? Excellent, good stuff. Right, we'll just make some idle chat for a while till we get a few more people on, and then I'll do the draw. What we've got? 24 people now. Excellent. Hello there, folks. How are we all doing? I've got the phone round the landscape way at the moment, so the chat box is tiny. I tried setting it up on the desktop PC, but I couldn't get the camera to sync and the mic to sync. It was all over the shop. Far easier to do it on the phone. Evening. When's the new bike coming? Well, Stephen, I'm testing at the moment, mate, but it won't be long. Well done. Thank you very much, Percy. Cheers, pals. Chuffed to get to 10,000. Get the cattle on. I've got... It looks like a pint of pea, but it's a pint of orange juice. Have I tried a Versailles? No, I've not. No. I'm actually going to be trying the V-Strom 1000, actually. Hazelmere down south. They're hoping to lend me a V-Strom 1000 for a while. That would be good. Hello, Callie. How you doing? Cheers, Kev. Thanks very much. Portugal. How you doing? All right, Gonzalo. Oh, VFR. I think Richie Vida's going to try and get me to take a VFR out. How long's the... Let me scroll down. What was that one, Alex? How long is the beard growth? I'm working on one. This has been... I started growing this on the trip, round the world trip, but I shaved it right back at the beginning of last year. So this is pretty much a year's growth for me, this. Right, where are we at? 65 people. That's amazing. Wow. Have you people got nothing better to do? Well, I'm hearing that. I'm hearing the new V-Strom's really good, so that'll be cool. Mark, where am I from in Scotland? I'm from a wee village called Mintlaw up in the northeast, just near Peterhead, Fraserburgh. Just buy the XR. Well, David, it was a good bike. It's a fast bike, but it just, like I said, it didn't do it for me, to be honest, which is a shame, because it is a good bike. All right, Jamie, like. Cheers, Gordon. Scottish biker. Greetings from Scotland. Thank you very much. I'm hoping to get back to God's country as soon as I can. Good weather for the Visorcat. Aye, I'm hearing it's really bad up there, Ben. Load of snow. It's cold down here, but no snow. Hi, William. Hepcat Harley. I've actually nothing better to do. Oh, well, never mind. Alexandros, how you doing? Cheers, David. Thank you very much. You're here because I said you had to be. Nothing like peer pressure, eh? Is my injury going to affect touring this year? I'm hoping not, Paul. It's the last couple of weeks, actually, I've started to get loads more movement in the shoulder. I can actually raise it myself and hold it out there myself, which is way more than I could before. I've got to see the specialist on Monday, and I'm hoping we're not going to do an op. If we don't do an op, I should just do physio, and I can ride now anyway. If he does do an operation, that's pretty much back to square one in that it's a month total isolation after the op. So, but then the recovery should be much quicker if he does operate. But I'm hoping we'll get away with not operating. Where are we? Can I say hi to Katie and Michelle? Hello, Katie and Michelle from Mark. We've got snowing like, I bet it is, Jamie. Aye, I bet it's tanking it down. Jeez, whitewash in Inverness. You need the Visorcat, do you? A Brabrecht Moonlicht Nicht de Nicht. Cool. Thank you very much, Paul. Cheers, pal. Me too. Where men walk about in wooden shoes. Good news on the shoulder. Cheers, Nick. Is that Nick? Is that how you say it? I take it from Holland, I take it. What about the KTM Super Adventure? Aye, I want to take one of them out. I'm hoping... I've got a friend on the KTM PR team, so I'm hoping that when the 2018 models come in, their test fleet, I'll get a shot of them. So that will be great. I fit Abu Jabu. Wow. United Arab Emirates. Wow. Blimey. Truly global tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. Cheers, Mark. Thanks very much, pal. Aye, so I'm hoping to get onto the Super Adventure, and I'd like a shot at the Super Duke GT just to see. I think they would certainly settle the hooligan side of me, because the GS just lacks that sort of top end hooligan element. But all round, I just think it's going to be hard to beat the GS. And that I can't believe I say that now because I used to hate them, but they are a good bike. What you say? Hey Bruce, can't wait for the weather to improve and go for a proper ride. Aye, I know, Davey. Aye, it's a pain in it this time of year. You're just praying for the good weather. Why not back to the GS? Well, I probably will end up back in the GS if nothing else beats it. It's just such a good bike. But I think it's only right that I try alternatives. You know what I mean? Just see. What do I think of the baby GS? If it suits you, fine. I've never ridden it, and to be honest, I've got. There's no reason why I would buy one because the 1200 fits me. You know, I'm 6'3", 22 stone, so I'm trying to lose a bit. But normally I'm sort of 18 stone, 6'3", so the GS fits me. It's a good bike for me. I don't think a GS 300 would be the same, to be honest. Wow, Dale, you're in Cancun. Wow. Great place. I love Mexico, man. I really love it. Honda Africa Twin. Again, never ridden it, and it's just never popped into my radar, to be honest with you. It's not something that I found myself wanting to ride, but if the opportunity arose, I would take one out and see. I was the same with the GS. I never thought I would ever ride one of them, but it was strange to see me on something like, well, I mean, you know, I'm a jigsaw man through and through. I was a sports bike loon until I discovered bloody adventure bikes. Well. Where are we here? Yeah, that Kawasaki is something else, isn't it? Opinions on 125. I mean, gee, my missus Nikki, she's just looking at doing her CBT soon, and she'd probably end up on a 125. 125s, if that's your thing, that's your thing. You know, there's any bike for me is brilliant. Whatever suits you, whatever fits you, whatever suits you best. Whether that's a 50cc or a 2 litre bike. Doesn't really matter, does it? It's just biking's biking. For me, I like the bigger bikes because I'm a bigger lad. I like the power. Yeah, I've always just sort of gone to the sort of higher end of the engines, the bigger engines. Biking paradise. Don't knock the Harleys. I've never ridden a hog ever, but I'd like to take one out. MT10 SP, yeah, it's a good one. Have I tried the new Big Triumph? No, John. I want to take that one out because I used to have the old Explorer. In all honesty, I didn't have a good experience. I got the lemon bike, you know, I got a Friday afternoon bike because the thing went back 6 times in 8 months. Did about 18,000 mile, and it didn't last very well at all, to be honest with you. It kind of put me off Triumphs. But I know plenty of other people that, where we go? I know plenty of other people who have Triumphs and have no issues whatsoever. So, yeah, I'd like to try the new one. What are my thoughts? Oh, sorry. MT10. Yeah, again, I've got some mates that have got the MT10. They've come on tour with me before in the Picos. Loved it. Really, really did like it. How did I get hurt? Mark, I was coming home from work, coming home from a night duty back in August, and a car pulled out a side road right in front of me, and literally I had no other option but to slam the brakes on, and it threw me over the handlebars, and a rugby tackled a polo, basically. Dislocated the shoulder and burst it up quite badly. Yamaha Tanieri, again, I've never ridden one of them either. It's a tough one, you know, like, there's loads of bikes I would like to try, but I'm like everybody else, you know, when I spend my money on a bike, I want to get the best possible bike I can for me, and I go by the reviews just like everybody else does, you know, and when you look at the reviews, the top ones in the sort of adventure field, the big adventure bike fields, are the Triumph, the GS, the Africa Twin, and the KTMs, the Super Adventures. So they're the sort of ones that I look for, and almost 10 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, the GS wins it. I've ridden the Triumph. I then had a shot of the GS. That put me onto the GS, and that just blew my mind, that bike, to be honest with you. So, but again, I want to go out and try a couple. Yeah, I had a terrible year last year, Mark. I really did. You know, I finished 2016 with a small sort of shunt, which was my fault. Coming up to a red light, I looked over my left shoulder to move lanes, and the car in front slammed his brakes on because the car in front of him locked up. And as I looked back, I sort of, oh crap, there's a car. Just managed to avoid it, and well, not avoid it. I clipped the back light of that car, and then that was on the Triumph. Then I got the GS. 8 days after buying the GS, a young kid did a U-turn on me on the way home from work, and smacked up that. There's a video on that one, and then obviously this one in August. So one of them was my fault, two weren't. Can you not have loaners for a couple of months? Vloggers like chasing. It's not that easy, to be honest with you. You really have to. It's not that easy to get a loan bike for that length of time. Manufacturers aren't throwing their kit at you at all. Chase on two wheels, he's got 1 million subscribers. The Missenden Flyer, he's got, what's he got now? 60, 70,000 or more. So there's me just hitting 10,000 at the moment. I'm a very, 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 very small fish in a very big pond, really, as far as motovlogging is concerned, So evening, look. So it's getting there. It is getting there. I'm building relationships with different dealerships, and some of them are starting to offer some bikes to take away, which is brilliant. That's my runabout. Yeah, it is, Martin. Yeah, I'm hoping that's the end of the bad luck. But things are getting there. But I don't really want to be treated any different to anybody else, because it's good to show an honest review of what service you get from a dealership, and just how it is for us as normal bikers when you turn up. If people paint the walls for you like the Queen, everywhere gets a fresh coat of paint and a red carpet out there, you're going to go around thinking that's how everyone's treated. So in a way, I kind of prefer the fact that you just get treated as normal, and as I've just experienced, no, you can only have a bike for half an hour or an hour for a test ride. If that's what they're offering customers, then that needs to change. I think the industry has to start valuing customers and potential customers, new riders, things like that. It's got to value us a lot more than it does, because the industry is dying on its arse, to be perfectly honest with you. So things have to change there. I'm going to be doing a video on this fairly soon, hopefully. Right, sorry, I've missed a whole load of questions there, so I'm just going to whip back through and have a look. Okay. Is it Visorcat? Is it still safe to ride in London? It's a little bit better, but not even taking into account the standard of driving, which is horrendous. But it's a tough one, mate. I've been cased out by the bike thieves. They literally just ride up alongside you. They have a quick look at you to see if you've got a camera, if you're filming. I had it right opposite Big Ben one time. I swear blind, there were a couple of bikes there ready to jack me of the GS. So it does happen. You just have to watch. You've got to have your wits about you, really, like any big city. And when it comes to parking in London, I don't think I would park on the street anymore. I'm very lucky that I have parking at my work, which is underground, locked away from the public in a police building. So I'm lucky there. How did I start on YouTube? Ewan, I did my round the world trip back in 2012 to 2014, and I literally just started the channel to document my trip around the world. Never filmed before, never vlogged, never done anything like that. There wasn't many vloggers out there at all. I think Baron Von Grumble had maybe just started, but I'd never watched it. I'd heard about it. Off I went. I sort of self-taught myself as I went, and I finished that trip middle of 2014, and that was it, really. Didn't do anything else until the end of 2016, when I decided I kind of miss doing the vids, so I started doing them again just for me. And it's grown from sort of 700 subscribers back in 2016, 2017 to 10,000 now. It's gone really well. Bad Monkey, congrats, mate, small fish. Mate, honestly, see that first 1,000 subscribers are the hardest. Everybody says it, but it's true. It takes ages. But once you get it rolling, I'll check out your channel, mate. Start giving you a plug. All right. Are you doing your talk every day at the bike show? Fenergy, yes. I'm going to be at the London Bike Show, yeah, with Nathan on the adventure stand. I think I'm doing it every day. Yeah, I need to check with him. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing the talk on, actually. I think it might be packing. Uh, to shave my hairy balls or not? That's the question. Well, you know, could itch. GS all day long. Right, I'm getting that vibe, Andy. I'm kind of thinking that really. I think it will be a GS, but if I'm pleasantly surprised by another bike, great. Especially when, yeah, Sam, you know, when I started riding, it's not that long ago. 2008, I started riding, and I picked up my GSXR 600. I picked that up for I think 6 grand, 7 grand, brand new. And then my first sort of three Gixxer thousands, I got for around about 9 to 10 grand, all of them. And now all of a sudden it's like 13, 14 thousand pound for the Gixxer, and you're looking at 15 to 17 thousand pound for other bikes. It's crazy, isn't it? Cheers, Stephen. Thanks, man. Yeah, the Missenden Flyer. I think he does very good reviews. To be honest with you, I'm not a technical guy at all. I just get on it and whoop if I like it, and don't say much if I don't. Um, Thank you very much, Pennywise. Cheers. It's taken a while, but we're getting there. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Bandit. Yeah, they've got to be much longer than an hour. What we got here? Keep doing what you're doing. If you vlog it, they will come. Thank you, man. Cheers. Glad you like it. Ah, look, right, okay. I didn't realise they were free, the NCP ones for bikes. That's a good tip then. Yeah, just park it wherever there's CCTV coverage and security, basically. How's the DVD doing? Yeah, it's not too bad, Andy. It's sold quite well. I think I've almost covered the cost of making it now. Hiya, Craig. How you doing, pal? You done the Moffat roads? Oh, yes. As soon as I can, mate, I'll be coming back up to God's country, and I'll be spanking those roads again. Those roads round Moffat were just awesome, weren't they? Really enjoyed that. I'll give you a shout if I'm coming up, pal. Be good to see you again. Ah, cheers, Martin. Glad you're enjoying it, mate. Exactly, mate. It doesn't matter at all what bike you take. There's so much to debate about this. It's, in my opinion, a lot of bollocks. If whatever bike you like, just take whatever bike you're comfy on. Doesn't mean anything really. You know, if everyone goes, oh, well, I might not be able to off road, but you know, I'd never ridden off road before in my life before I went. So it didn't matter if I had a blooming motocross bike. It wouldn't have made my riding any different. So whether I did it on a Gixxer or I did it on a GS, it wouldn't have mattered really. So I just took the bike that I liked, and you get by. Is the arm fully healed? Not quite yet, Alexandros. It's getting there though. It's a lot better than it was. Plans for chicken strips? It's not something I think I'll ever do full time. The touring, you know, it's taken sort of 3 years, and it's at a point now where it almost covers my cost to actually go on the tour myself. I can almost recoup that from taking other people with me, but there's not enough there to make an income. Hey Gordon, the Arctic Rider, how you doing? As if I've been riding along. Do you know, I didn't know anything about the Scottish Bike Show. I'm certainly not going to be there as a presenter. I've never been invited to that one, to be honest with you. It's not a plug, but no, I've never had anyone inquire about me going up to that one before. I might try and get up actually, because it would be nice to go to it. I've never been to it before. Can't wait to get my bike. T good, sir. Good. What you getting? Oh, moped. Nothing wrong with that, pal. Are you still riding the Gixxer, or is it just for the show now? Aye, Paul. She's retired now. She's on her retirement, definitely. She lives out in the man cave. Are you planning more or different tours for chicken strips? Well, Mark, I'm doing a Morocco one this year, but that's a sort of joint venture with Toro Adventure that I did the Morocco trip with last year. I'm sort of guest tour leader for their April one. And the rest of them, the other three that I've got planned, they're all to the Picos. The Picos just seem to be most popular, to be honest. I'd like to do more to the Pyrenees if I can, but it's trying to juggle it with work. You know, I have to take time off to go there, and I've got limited time off. How much underwear did I take? Richard, this is probably going to make you sick, but I had 3 pairs of pants and 3 pairs of socks, 4 t-shirts, 1 pair of trousers that zipped into shorts, a pair of flip-flops, and a fleece. That was my clothing for a year and a half. Nice one, Fenner. Yeah, try out northern Spain, mate. Honestly, it's great. Where'd you get the bird perked? What? What's that, Ian? Where'd you get the bird perked? I don't get it. What? Explain that one to me. Johnny, coming to UK, Wales with Wild Bad. Ah, yeah. Yeah, cool, man. That would be cool. I'd love to meet up. Yeah, nice one. Driving in from Sweden. Oh, that would be cool, Johnny. Yeah, my email is info@teapotone.com. Drop me an email. Be good to meet up. Oh, nice one. T, good? Yeah, good man. Get on the road. Nice one. Nothing wrong with a moped, bud. You want to give away? Yeah, I think I better get around to doing that, eh? Do you keep in touch with any people you met on the round world trip? Yes, Smokey, I do, pal. Facebook, fantastic thing. It really is good. I try and keep in touch with a lot of the folks and, you know, the odd emails. Some of the folks have come across over to the UK already, so I've been able to return the favour and meet up. So, yeah, it's been good. It's been really good. And on my honeymoon, I went back to Mexico and met up with a couple of the lads that I met in Mexico. So that was really cool. Tours, big tour wise, I've got nothing big planned. I'm back to Africa in April for a 10-day tour with Toro Adventure, and then I've got 3 tours to the Picos with chicken strips, 2 in June, 1 in July, and that's it so far this year. Right, I tell you what I'll do. I will do the draw just now, and then we'll get back to these questions. So I think I was up to Sticks 2. Right, I'll do the draw just now. So I'm using this app to try and pick some people from, well, a person from the comments. And the winner is... Right. Where is it? Hang on. Oh. Let me get that. Right, there we go. This is doing it. And the winner is Chris Tom Wabby. So, Chris Tom Wabby. Are you on here just now? Let's have a look. Chris, if you're not on this live just now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... yeah, we're doing it, yeah. I'm going to drop you a message just now on Facebook, and if you reply within a day or two, it is yours, and if it's not, then I will do another draw, not live, and I will contact that person. So apologies to everybody that didn't win. I'll just grab it. I'll just grab that. This is the thing here. This is the Visorcat. Oh, can you see that? Yeah, there it is there. Now, it's expensive. I think it's something like 35 quid to buy, which is steep, I think, for what it is. But you can get, I can't remember what the discount is, 10% if you enter TeapotOne on their website. I use it all the time. I think it is really good, but you know, I've said to Jill at Visorcat, I wouldn't pay 35 quid for it. But you know, it's really well done. They've obviously got a lot of overheads to make it that they have to charge 35 quid for it. So it's well worth trying out. Oh, hang on, the wife's away. See you there, bye-bye. Sorry, the wife was just away to Zumba. But anyway, right, let me scroll back to some of these questions. Where are we? Blimey, there's loads of questions. Anything you could have done to avoid your accident? I don't know. You know, these things go through your mind, especially because I've had 2 last year, and it does make you think, you know, is there something that I'm doing wrong? But the sat-nav logs your speed, so I've checked my speed, wasn't doing anything outrageous there. I'm not going to say what I was doing, but it was nothing outrageous. Again, I think my lifesavers, maybe I do too many lifesavers when I'm in town, because I did a lifesaver and that caught me out when the car slammed its brakes on. Maybe I did the same on this one. I just, the car appeared and it was there. don't know if I could have done anything different. I want to do some more training, if you like. You know, I'm going to go and do the bike safe. I'm a trained police driver, so bike safe is based on roadcraft, which I've been taught anyway. So I don't know what else you'll get from that, but I'm going to go and do bike safe, some of the IAM days, that sort of stuff. Where are we? Sorry, folks. Which advanced riding screen course do you recommend? Not entirely sure, to be honest. You've got IAM and you've got ROSPA. I've done a couple of IAM days on track. You know, I did the one with Kent Fire and Rescue, which is a video on, and I did the IAM Rider Skills Day at Thruxton, which is really good. I thoroughly recommend that one, but places are really limited. What's that behind you? But this thing here, that's just something that's something I made myself. Basically, you know, I kind of designed the map on the computer and then just sent it off to get printed onto a canvas. So that's just everywhere I went on my trip. Where are we? Blimey, these questions are coming in thick and fast. Wow. Oh, wait, never mind, I never win. Sorry, Rebecca, sorry. Yeah, it's not a bad bit of kit at all, Two Fat Bikers. It's not bad, not bad. Oh, see you, Fenergy. Bye-bye now. Gordon, what software did I use for the drawer? Okay, right. What I used is fanpagekarma.com. Fanpagekarma.com. And I used it. What it does is you put in the URL address of the Facebook post that you're working from. You remember I did the Facebook post ages ago, saying that you could win this Visorcat, and you had to like it, you had to like the page, you had to subscribe to the YouTube channel and comment below the Facebook page, the post. Well, this thing here goes to that actual post, and then it randomly selects somebody that's commented and liked the page. So yeah, fanpagekarma.com. Well done, Chris. Cool, John. John Pearson, let me know what you think of it. Actually, it'd be good to get your opinion of it. Just whack it on the Facebook page. Let us know what you think. No Zumba for me then. Yeah, I do Peteski. Aye, that's not Pete O'Donnell, is it? Peteski? No, not for me. I'm doing a lot of walking at the moment. Lost nearly a stone, you know. What do I think of IAM? Again, didn't used to think too much of it, to be honest with you. Thought it was just a bunch of people on high vis with beards, and now I am one, except I've not got the high vis, and I never will have the high vis. But I do think it's good. I think it's well worth doing. In all honesty, I really do think that is worth doing. What's a Visorcat? Paul, if you've watched any of my videos, you'll see me doing this a lot when I'm riding along. And it's basically, can you see it on that? This thing here you put over your glove, and it has a blade and then a sponge underneath it. And I know a lot of gloves have the old blade on the index finger or the thumb. I've used them before as well. But honestly, this does so much a better job. It really does. Especially in the winter when you get all the crud and the salt and everything off the road. It's well worth having a look at. Again, I said it's expensive. Pete Brownsmith, sorry bud. How you doing, pal? It is expensive, 35 quid, but I would rather have one than not have one, if you know what I mean. Right, blimey, so many questions. Sorry, folks, I'm well behind here. Can you get an iPhone for your next game? Oh, yeah. Well, if somebody hands me an iPhone, I'll give it away, no problem. Yeah, it is, Richard. Yeah, it's very easy to get distracted. And especially, they've all been within the same sort of 3-mile stretch of road in South London, Old Kent Road, Deptford, New Cross, that way. The standard of driving around there is horrendous. I won't, Stephen, don't worry. Mr. White Trash, how you doing? Yeah, that's true, Mr. H6976. Yeah, it does, mate. I kind of think it was my turn, really, because I've got away with a lot of things in the past which I shouldn't have, and yeah, these things happen, don't they? Have I done the Biker Down course with Kent Fire and Rescue? I did a little bit of it, the first aid part with, well, that is Biker Down, isn't it? When I did the Kent Fire and Rescue Rider Skills Day at Brands. Really good, really good. I've done a lot of that first aid before through the police, but it's well worth doing. I want to pop along to the one they do local here. Crashes can happen anytime. Oh, blimey. Jeez, Pete, are you alright? Got hit in the face by an owl. Gee whiz. I had a mate, we were riding, and we were getting a fair lick on back on the sports bike days. Went around the corner and this little baby deer ran out across the road, and my mate was on an R6 and he cut through the middle of it. Literally cut it in half. Oh, jeez, I thought he was dead. 50-something. Thank you very much for subscribing, pal. I hope you enjoy it. Did I do a review? Yeah, I did. It's one of my first ever vlog vids, actually. I think it's called Grumpy Man Reviews Visorcat or something. I moan a lot on the way into work. Any tips for Scandinavia and the Baltics? Chewin, do you know, I've not really done the Baltics at all. I want to go there myself and have a look at it. Scandinavia-wise, I pretty much put my head down and bombed up towards Norway, so I didn't really pay much attention to anything on the way up there. Norway blew my mind. I really want to go back there. It's just amazing, amazing. They all bill are very hot on speeding though in Norway. That's the one thing I saw, and it's very expensive. But the people are amazing. The biking community is just out of this world there. It's really strong. Doesn't matter if you're on a moped, if you're on a Harley, if you're on an R1 GS, they don't care. If you're a biker, that's basically it. So it's very, very strong there. My ride buddy just did bike safe. Yeah, it is. It is. If you have no sort of roadcraft knowledge, so if you're not emergency service trained or anything like that, bike safe is well worth doing. It really is. The whole roadcraft thing sounds really anal, but it opens up the road to you. It says me that's just had a couple of crashes, but it really does teach you to read the road. So when you're out on the open road especially, it's really useful for reading bends and things like that. Sorry folks, just let me fire through some of these. Where are we? I am Thruxton, yeah, definitely Marks. Well worth doing, pal. Best roads in Kent. Jossie, do you know, I pretty much just head south. I come out, I'm near Maidstone, I come out and I just start heading down south, get to Tunbridge Wells, pick up the 272 and start playing off of that, and then we do a lot of the back roads all the way down towards Rye, down towards Brighton. I tend to try and stay off the main A roads, to be honest. I do a lot of B roads now because they're more fun and you haven't got the hassle of so much traffic. There's generally not many will bill, and yeah, I just find the B roads better, especially on a big bike like the GS that soaks up all the potholes a lot more. Where are we here? Tibetan Rider, hi there, how you doing? Hi Gary, how are you? How do you budget your trips, money per day travelled? I've actually done a video on that, although it's themed towards round the world travel, but the same premise that I go through in that vid, that can be applied to any trip, to be honest with you. You just it's really simple. Figure out how far you plan on riding that day, or how far is the whole trip in total, mileage wise. I normally say it's around about, for the GS, it's about 20 quid for 150 miles. It's cheaper than that, but that gives me a bit of leeway. So you can just divide your total mileage by 150, and that will tell you how many tanks. Multiply that by the cost of a tank. That tells you how much a fuel cost. Hotels, generally, you're looking at 60 to 80 quid for an okay hotel. Motel. If you want to do B&B, 50 to 60 quid for B&B. If you're going to camp, anywhere from 10 to 20 quid to camp. If you're camping wild, once you're up in Scotland, it's free. So, and then it's just down to how much food you want to eat and what sort of food you want to eat every day. You know, you can go to a supermarket, buy food and spend, you know, a fiver a day and survive. Or you have 3 meals in a cafe and a pub throughout the day, and that's going to cost you 60 quid, 70 quid. So it's down to you, however you want to travel. John, I used it first time on Sunday. Cool. All right, John, thank you, man. Please do let me know. 36 quid to see where you're going. Yeah, I know, yeah. If you put it that way, to be honest with you, it's a good point. You know, paying that money for the Visorcat and being able to see, you can't really odds that, can you? Ewan, what editing software do I use? I use Final Cut Pro. I've always used that, taught myself that on my trip, on my round the world trip, and I like it. Does everything I need, to be honest. Any luck with the test rides? It seems to have struck a chord with people because I'm definitely not the only one that's a bit peeved by it all. A little bit, yeah. Ducati, I've got to say, Ducati, although Ducati themselves haven't come forward and said, you know, we'll give you a press bike, they have tried themselves to try and get a couple of dealerships to contact me, but, you know, those dealerships haven't, so, well, never mind. And yeah, a couple of others, as I said before, Hazelmere Motorcycles, Mark and Mike down there, they've always been great to me. They've been fantastic. They contacted me in the build up to my trip, never met the guys before, and just, you know, started offering to have me at the dealership so that I could try and get some PR going for the trip, and they've stuck with me ever since. They really are good. So I'm hoping to do a few things with them if I can. Old, you know, Spicy, is it Spicy 110? He's another motor vlogger. He does a lot of work with them, and their customer service is fantastic. I'm not just saying that because they've been in touch, but it really is good. But it's all the way down in Hazelmere off of 272, near Petersfield. The 272 is a great road down here anyway. Watching a 3-day UK tour. Cool. Ah, nice one, Paul. I'm glad that, mate. Yeah, 3 days that I did it, that was proper rushed. You know, it's hard going. It was good fun, but doesn't give you much time to enjoy anything round about you. You kind of head down, arse up most of the time. 6-day tour, awesome, man. Really good. North Coast 500 is just a magnificent road to ride on. It really is. The scenery up there will blow your mind. Surf Pilot. That's very kind of you, pal. Thank you very much. Rebecca, how's my beard so long? Nourishment, beard oil. Good genes. Hi, Jonathan. How you doing, pal? Roblox Gamer Girls. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoy it. Cheers, Richard. Oh, is the mic making noise? Is it? Sorry, apologies. I'm sort of scrolling my way up and down the screen here, so it might be that. Blimey, Pete. So I'm just reading about your crash here, mate. God, that's horrendous. Yes, Rob, doing the Pyrenees. Awesome, mate. The N260 is a fabled road. You know, it really is as good as everybody says. But there are umpteen cracking roads just all off of the N260. Get yourself a big map, like a Michelin map. Have a look where the N260 is. And then almost any road north and south off of that. Pardon me, sorry about that. Almost any road north and south off of the N260 is just equally as good. It really is cracking over there. I could easily spend, you know, 2 weeks there, no problems. Chris, have I ever thought about becoming a traffic cop? No, that would be very, very hypocritical of me. Nah, it's not something that appeals, to be honest with you. You know, from my experience, it might be a little different now, but when I used to work with traffic, when I used to be on the public order divisions, they had a lot of quotas that they had to fill, you know, set amount of no seatbelt, set amount of speeding, set amount of being on the phone, all that sort of stuff. And people on the phone really gets my gripe, definitely. Speeding in the towns, yes, all that sort of stuff. But I'm not going to be forced to go around and stick people on for that, you know. I don't know. It just doesn't appeal. Yeah, that's very true, Gimlet. Yeah, roadcraft is something that you have to keep practicing, definitely, for sure. Winter cleaner recommendations. Si punto. I do use S-Stock all the time, but WD-40 do some really good cleaning kit as well, to be honest. And then ACF 50. Again, Missington Flyer does a good video on the ACF, on applying ACF 50. I've done a video on cleaning the bike, and I coat it all with ACF 50 afterwards. It's well worth doing. Do I ever get any women riders on the chicken strips tour? Yes, a lady came as pillion last year, actually, on the one I couldn't do after I had the accident. I was supposed to be leading a tour to the Pyrenees. Unfortunately, I couldn't go, but some of the people, 4 of them, decided they would go anyway, and I gave them the route and all the details and stuff. So it's sort of my first self-guided tour, if you like. And yeah, it seemed to go. Women are more than welcome to come along. The problem is the chicken strip tours, I tend to attract a certain type of rider, generally fairly quick, because the videos people are riding quite quick. They're not hooligans at all. Most of the people I ride with are job, or police, or trained. You know, they're either instructors or a lot are ex-racers, this sort of stuff. They've all got their heads on them, but they are fairly swift, to be honest with you. So we tend to attract that type of clientele. I'm not saying women don't ride fast by any stretch, you know, but in my experience, most of the people that come along tend to be blokes, but women are more than welcome. What drone do I use? I've got the DJI Mavic Pro I use. When you're back up and running, would you like to make it to Whitby? Switch 87, that would be awesome. I would love to do that, pal. Again, if you could whack me an email, info@teapotone.com, that would be great. It'd be great to come and meet up with you. Do I have a secret handshake? No, mate, honestly, those days of just, you know, showing the badge and getting away scot-free, they've gone now. If anything, we get treated even harsher. So it's a lot of the time it's not worth showing out that you're old Bill, because you just get treated almost harder than a normal member of public, you know. Am I going to the hub? No, I'm not going off to the hub. No. Sorry, Gary. No, mate, I won't be at the hub this year. I think I am doing the Overland event again. So if you're there, it'll be good to see you, pal. Hellish, how you doing, brother? Good man. When's the next big ride? Melvin, I was hoping to go and do South America, well, all the Americas next year, Ushuaia to Deadhorse, because I missed the 2 extremes out on my round the world trip. I'm just not going to be able to afford it. I just haven't got the money, to be honest with you. So I don't know when that will happen. It'll happen one day. Duncan, yeah, I think we both know the answer to that, pal. I look a bit tired. I am, mate. I'm back in the office. I'm back working for a living. Well, saying working. I'm back at the job now. So 4 o'clock in the morning starts are hitting me hard. Where the beard sticks out the bottom, Pete. Oh, in the States with Nathan. Oh, right. Are you talking about the oh, blimey, what's it called? The run he did. Oh yeah, he's doing across the States run, isn't he? Again, I'd love to do it, but I can't get the time off work and I can't afford it, Gary. So I'm afraid that won't happen. I'd like to do it one day. That would be cool. Nathan's a top man, as you know, and yeah, that would be a good ride. That. Blimey, have I been on here for 45 minutes? Matt, how you doing? Gee whiz, folks, I'm so sorry. I've rambled on for 45 minutes. Yes, Liam, I am at the London Bike Show, yeah. I'll be there, I think I'm there every day. I think it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday I'm there. Yeah, aye. So I'm just reading here. DJL, yeah. Secret handshake is dead, mate, yeah. 34 and a 30. Oh, in a marked car. That's horrendous, isn't it? I've had that before, driving the old Riot vans, and you know, we get like red light and speeding tickets and things through, even though you're in a marked police carrier, a Riot van, with the blue lights going, and you're going to an emergency call, you still get ticketed. It's insane. Imagine the waste. But anyway, never mind. Don't get me started on the job, folks, because I'm not his greatest fan. Right, okay, I think this will do. I think I've probably bored you all enough. Is that the one at the Excel? Yeah, it is Smoky. Yeah. At the London Bike Show. Yeah, February, I think it's the 18th it starts. Right, so Chris, Tom, Wabi, I'm going to message you just now, and congratulations, you won the Visorcat. If you don't get back to me, Chris, in the next couple of days, then I will redraw it and contact whoever wins then. No worries. Thank you very much for all your patience. Thank you very much, folks. Really do appreciate everybody coming along here. Can't do it without you folks, and you really do make it worthwhile. Thank you very much for subscribing. For those that have come on board on the Patreon, thank you very much. That's just outstanding. For those that are liking on the Facebook page, the Instagram, the Twitter, it's just awesome. Thank you so much. And this year, as soon as I'm back on two wheels, I'm going to be out and about around the UK. So please get in touch with me, either on any of those means, info@TeapotOne.com. Drop me a line. Let's meet up. Let's come and ride your roads. We'll have a brew. We'll have a natter. All right? Let's make it a good year, folks. Stay safe out there. Be seeing you.